Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Before we jump into the video, I have something important I wanted to mention really quick, so please stick around. I genuinely love each and every one of you. I spend a good portion of my day searching through articles, video ideas, recording, editing, uploading, and making thumbnails, but also talking to you guys as well. I respond to emails, YouTube comments, Instagram DMs, and Reddit replies because you're all my genuine friends. YouTube is my full-time job, and with a channel my size, I definitely don't make a ton of money. Just watching my videos are more than enough, but I wanted to throw in a donation link only if you want to help support me one step further. You don't have to, only if you want to. As you know, I've been going through a lot, and I'm very transparent about it. I'm a single father. Moved into my own apartment, mom got diagnosed with breast cancer and can't make a GoFundMe or she'll get kicked off her Medicaid. But that also means she'll have no income from being out of work. Actually, at the time of recording this video, I just got a call saying she's being rushed to the hospital because her feet, legs, and chest are swelling, plus a lot of fluid from the tubes are filling up faster than they should, and that's from her first surgery a couple days ago. So I'm just a mess, but making these videos for you does help me cope. That's why I can make 2-3 videos a day for the last 6 years. And on top of that, I got to make sure the mother of my child is comfortable as well. I'm a giver. I like to make sure everyone around me is good and well off before even myself. You can probably tell by the amount of silver I give away to you guys, but that's just who I am. Only donate if you are comfortable and willing enough. I mean, even if 20 people donate $5, that can make a difference. So I figured it couldn't hurt, but only help. I put a paypal.me link and my Bitcoin address in the description to offer a couple different ways if you did want to support me. But I truly mean this when I say this. Just watching this video right now and tuning in daily helps more than you could ever possibly know. You're allowing me to work from home so I could spend more time with my 1-year-old daughter and not have to miss those precious moments that so many other parents unfortunately have to miss. So thank you. With that said, let's jump in the video. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Now, this video is definitely an interesting one because it gives a lot of insight on $30 silver, why it will break through it, when it will break through it, and how it will break through it. Remember, I just made a video yesterday talking about if silver does break through this $30 resistance, how it's most likely and almost guaranteed that it's going to reach $50, right? If 2008 through 2011 led silver to $50, then today's time definitely would. And to a much, much more astronomical extent, given the trillions of dollars in stimulus instead of the billions back then, the recession/depression, just like back then, but also a global pandemic and a massive silver shortage. And I'm actually going to be covering a very intense video later today talking about how there really is less silver than people think, and even on the paper side of things. Very interesting video. You want to stick around for that as well. But the whole point is, this is the point. Silver is going to keep going up over the next several months and years. And if you're going to try to debate that or deny that, then show proof, because I cover videos on a daily basis proving this, proving it, right? The proof is in the pudding and numbers don't lie. That's also why I have another article we're going to cover in this video. You're going to want to stick around in this video because this second article is just as good. It's talking about why $30 silver in 2021 is in its sights. And this is another one that breaks down some good stuff. So yeah, let's jump into this. So as this pandemic shows little signs of relinquishing control over our lives, volatility in the global market has increased significantly. Governments all over the world are spending an incredible amount of money and racking up more debt than ever to fend off the ill effects of the virus, even though the policy could result in massive inflation worldwide, right? But they have no choice. What are they going to do? A lot of people are out of work. It's caused a massive disruption, but What are they going to do? Tell people, oh, we don't have the money to give out, sorry? No, they have to give this money out regardless of the consequence. And the consequence is a collapsing dollar. So it's a very interesting situation, kind of like 2008 through 2011, right? The credit crisis, financial crisis, $50 silver 3 years later. Today's time, though, is much more extreme. So even though the policy could result in massive inflation worldwide, we're not just talking about United States. This is a worldwide problem, especially since the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. The entire world relies on the US dollar's strength, which has already lost 98% of its purchasing power. So times are getting pretty extreme, to say the least. The silver price trend has been mostly positive. Since last year, the metals gained 57%, rising 7.24% over the past month and 14% over the past 6 months. 57% since the last year. People don't talk about that though, right? They're gonna look at it from a negative light, and that's because people don't want to be proven wrong. Silver stackers always get the last laugh. We told you so. It's blatantly obvious. So will the silver price go up? No one is sure what will happen with the significant increase in government spending and increased debt acquisition, but it seems that precious metal is seeing the benefits of it. As a solid store of wealth in times of trouble, silver is already known to many investors as a valid alternative to gold. Investors worldwide were already bullish on the metal of a variety of reasons, and the performance of silver to date looks encouraging. Only more and more and more people are going to hop on the silver train, and silver is a much smaller market than gold, so it's going to push higher highs than gold as well. Not that the metal's performance has been all positive, although the overall price of silver has risen. There have been significant dips. On March 31st, silver hit a low of $24, and it's actually wrong. It was actually $11, so I don't know why that's there. It's a typo, I guess. The commodity is seen as long-term investment asset. Or they're talking about last March, actually, sorry. It's not something to buy if you're hoping to make a quick profit. The latest silver price forecast from analysts remains hopeful. However, so keeping track of the precious metal remains an important consideration for any investor. And that's one of the most important lines. That's why I say you have to be subscribed and you have to tune in on a daily basis, because I'm going to give you the most up-to-date, relevant stuff that you need to know about the silver market, the precious metals world. You cannot be blindly investing nowadays. You can't just buy silver whenever and sell it whenever like you could back in the day. A lot of stuff is happening, especially right now. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop every day, or at least watch a channel like mine. Buoyed by economic uncertainty and expanding industry, silver is worth investor consideration. So let's talk about the latest fluctuations. In silver, currently a buying opportunity or something to avoid? It's a good question, right? Did I miss the boat, or is the boat not even taken off yet? I think you know the answer. While we're seeing some volatility on a daily basis, the overall trend seems to be positive. With the price hike from $24 on March 30th to nearly $29 on May 18th, silver market is volatile. I call it gold on steroids. It's a much smaller market, so yes, it's going to hit higher highs, but also lower lows. I really don't see the lows coming in, but historically, silver has been a good hedge against long-term market volatility and fiat currency inflation. And with the current pandemic looming over us all, the commodity could prove to be a valid asset to hold for a longer period. Will inflation help silver? Historically, it has. I don't see how it couldn't. The latest silver price forecast shows a positive outlook due to the largest jump in inflation the US dollar has seen in 10 years, signaling a boon for the metal, right? And it's only going to get worse with inflation, so I do not see how in the world precious metals, both gold and silver, won't go up. We literally can guarantee it will, because the amount of money we're throwing out is going to have a negative effect on the dollar, and that in return will have a positive effect on gold and silver. So analysts have commented upon this, and while the US dollar has soared, there is no guarantee that this rally will continue, especially when considering the economic impact of this pandemic. Unlike other investments, silver's game is a patient one and should be considered as such. And that's what I try to tell people, pump the brakes. If you're thinking that silver's going to hit $1,000 in the next couple of weeks or months, you're going to be sadly mistaken. It's definitely a longer term type of investment, but I do think nowadays with this, everything going on, it's definitely coming sooner than expected. Technology to affect silver prices. One reason for silver's rise in the past year has much to do with upcoming technological movements. Green initiatives, including the rise of electric vehicles and a focus on solar power, utilize silver in some capacity. As these technologies gain adoption, demand for the metal will increase. New green technologies will play a crucial role in the development of our future, and silver is set to be an essential element to that change. Electric vehicles. One of the most important upcoming changes is the full steam ahead approach for automobile manufacturers to be fully electric by 2030. That's insane to think about. Less than 10 years away, the entire automobile sector will be electric vehicles. In addition to battery metals like lithium, silver, lithium-ion batteries, silver will be a key factor in the changing landscape of electronics of all kinds. High voltage cabling, interior electric devices, battery management systems, solar panels, and more will all contribute to increased silver consumption in automobile manufacturing. Silver is a unique conductor perfectly suited for these functions and will prove to, integral to the new technologies. It has the highest thermal and electrical conductivity out of the metals and is extremely malleable and versatile. It's also the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity, and actually light sensitivity as well. Nothing performs as good as silver, not even gold. These qualities ensure that the metal will be in demand well into the future, especially as we advance in this new digital age, this new technological era. Silver is going to make the world go round. The solar industry is experiencing record growth. Between 2014 and 2020, solar panel installation rate for the U.S. almost quintupled, right? Solar panels are used, photovoltaic PV cells, which is silver. Is insane to think zero emissions by 2030. So we also have that along with electric vehicles. So not only like later down the line, this stuff is happening over the next couple of years. So thanks to supportive federal policies and increased demand, every new gigawatt of solar energy requires around 2.8 million ounces of silver. Around 600 million ounces are mined a year. Increased adoption of solar will likely lead to a significant increase in demand for silver, which would raise the metal's value. The world is investing in new technologies that need silver. The current gold to silver ratio. Another important consideration for silver is that the gold to silver ratio is very favorable. I actually just made a video about this yesterday as well. Currently standing at 67-1 as of May 21st. This number illustrates the price of an ounce of gold divided by an ounce of silver. The last 3 months, the number hit 80. Silver rallied 40%, 300%, and 400%. For reference, the gold to silver ratio hit a peak of 114. It was actually 125-1 back in March, but that was when silver was $11. So what about the future of silver? Silver is benefiting from many factors, any of which could be the variable to dramatically increase its price, let alone all of them acting at once, right? It's the perfect storm. The stars have aligned. There are technological developments specifically favoring the green future. Uncertainty rooted in this pandemic. Silver's history is a strong asset in times of inflation and volatility, and its relationship to gold, which is also experiencing a dramatic rise. These factors point towards a bright future for silver as long-term investment with potential to eventually rise to as high as $100 an ounce. And think about that. It's not that crazy. If you want to talk about crazy silver prices, we're living in crazy times. I dare someone to try to debate this article and say, well, this. No, you can't. It's blatantly obvious. When silver hits $100 and everyone looks back on this time, they're going to be, and that didn't invest, they're going to be smacking themselves in the head thinking, man, it was right in front of me, right? It was so obvious. I don't know why, but since we're here, we know it, you know it, but other people that doubt it, they're going to be kicking themselves in the butt. So anyways, of course, it is important to remember that just like with any other asset, investing in silver is no guarantee of financial success, but it is a store of value. So at least you're putting your money in a time capsule as the dollar depreciates in value. So while some price projections appear bullish, global financial markets remain extremely volatile, making it hard to predict what the price of the metal will be in a few hours, even harder to give long-term estimates. And that's something. You don't want to be day trading silver. You know, we recommend you consider the latest market trends and news. And if you think you are ready for long-term investments, then ride the wave, you know, and do it. I recommend buying the physical bullion. If you can't hold it, you don't own it. It's as plain and simple as that. The whole point of silver is that it has intrinsic value and it's the physical metal. So going the SLV way and all that, you can do it, but I also recommend buying bullion and the majority bullion. Silver has reached the Fibonacci retracement at $28.73. This is seen as the last defense for the $30 high. So when we're looking at silver being underpinned by the $25.60 level, it has reached $28 and the 78% retracement. Tuesday's high was $28.80. And this is regarded as the last defense for $30. We have near-term uptrend at $26 ahead of a near-term pivot at $25 on April 8th. While above there, we will maintain an immediate positive bias. Below here lies $24 April 12th low and $23 lows of the past 5 months. Longer term, we are bullish, and a break above $30 will target the $30.76, 50% retracement of the entire move down from 2011. What a year. So yeah, if you guys get what I'm hinting, and if you see what the articles are hinting, we have some crazy times ahead of us, folks. And if you're a silver stacker right now, then you better keep buying, because I can guarantee that $26, $27 for an ounce of silver is going to be pennies in perspective to the longer term. You have to think about the bigger picture. A lot of people don't. Most people don't. For some reason, the silver stacking community is so small when it should be the biggest. A lot of people are panic selling Bitcoin right now because it's down to 36,000. But Bitcoin will go back up as well, right? When you're an investor, the psychological approach is very important. Your psyche is important because investing is all off decision making, right? Investors make strategic decisions based off information. It's a silver stacking strategy. It's a strategy. Gamblers just throw money and hope it sticks. It's all risk versus reward. There's no strategy there. They think there is, but no, investors make strategic decisions, and silver makes the most sense if you look at all the information thrown at us. It really does. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, if you want to donate, the paypal.me link is in the description. And if you want to just go the Bitcoin route, that my address is also in there as well. It would, I would appreciate it. It would help. But you really don't have to, right? I don't want to feel like I'm asking for money. I just want to put a platform out there, or a couple platforms where if you want to support the channel and support me, you can. And some people do, right? Sometimes it's just like a waiter. If you're at the restaurant and, you know, someone's bartending or whatever, you throw them a tip. And if you enjoy my content and you want to throw me a tip, then I'd appreciate it. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We're approaching 45,000 subscribers, and that's when I'll be doing my 45,000 subscriber silver giveaway. Also be giving away silver at 47,000 and 50,000 subscribers. I'll be giving away a lot of silver. Like I said, it does put a dent in my silver stack, but you guys are worth it. You really are. I want you guys to feel like excited. You know, I know watching my videos can be educational and stuff, but I also want that other excitement factor as well. You know, when the giveaways are coming up and the day of the giveaway, how I premiere it, you know, it's fun. It really is. And I love engaging with you guys. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.